Nancy Pelosi wishes that the New York Times hadn't gone off the rails with their attack on Trump. It's turning out to be a disaster for her. Nancy Pelosi was utterly humiliated when the public learned her huge secret. The New York Times broke a bombshell story that dominated headlines. It claimed that Russian spies paid the Taliban to attack American troops and that the president had been briefed on the subject and had chosen not to respond. American intelligence officials have concluded that a Russian military intelligence unit secretly offered bounties to Taliban-linked militants for killing coalition forces in Afghanistan, including targeting American troops. The story by the Times starts by saying, "Yet the intelligence officials have not come to any such conclusion." Even the Times follow-up story had to admit that there was a large amount of disagreement about whether the Russians ever did offer such a bounty and whether it did in fact lead to the deaths of any American soldiers. Allegedly, Taliban soldiers who were captured revealed the information under interrogation. Rep. Chris Stewart said on CNN's Cuomo Primetime that Democrats knew all the information on the Russian bounties because this isn't something that just popped up in the last few weeks or the last few months. Some of this intel actually goes back for several years, and that Nancy Pelosi had this presented to her as well, in much the same format. So did Adam Schiff. All of us did. It seems as if the information was not considered a high priority because it was unreliable. The truth is that we don't know. Stewart added, "Could Russia have done that? Absolutely. Do we know they did that? We just don't know yet, which is why the president and other senior leadership haven't acted or done anything on this yet, because, once again, Chris, we just don't know. We're trying to find out for sure, but this is something that goes back a long time too. This isn't something that just popped up in the last few weeks or the last few months. Some of this intel actually goes back for several years." Now Democrats can't just be outraged against Trump if Pelosi and Schiff had the same information presented to them. This isn't the smoking gun that the Democrats want it to be, proving that Trump is soft on Russia. Many Democrats and Republicans knew the allegations against Russia and none of them wanted to act on unverified information. What everyone was looking for was proper verification, but that's become harder than ever. The accusations against Trump now are just as empty as the ones the Democrats have thrown at Trump before.